It's 2023, and we should be looking at how we're using LinkedIn and maybe using it a little different than we did last year. Let me share with you some tips that you can get value from as you start using LinkedIn as a business professional. By the way, at the end of this presentation, I have a 5-day LinkedIn profile challenge that you may find of interest and of use. All right, LinkedIn is out there at 199 million people in the U.S. alone. And if you look at Europe, there's a large following in Europe. India has 101 million. It continues to grow at about 2 new members every second. There are over 61 million companies listed on LinkedIn. LinkedIn profiles continue to be indexed not just by LinkedIn, but by Google and other search engines. And your content can show up on lots of places even beyond LinkedIn. I'm going to share with you 10 tips that can help you stay focused on your purpose and goal. Otherwise, you'll end up wasting time. Focused on building a professional LinkedIn profile that resonates with your target audience. Focused on growing the right LinkedIn network, highly relevant and meaningful. And focused on engaging and sharing content relevant to your target audience and relevant to your purpose and your goals. Number 1, your LinkedIn profile is not a resume. It's a brochure. You need to think brochure when you build it, speaking to your target audience, telling them who you are, what you do, what you can do, and what you enjoy doing. Your resume is nothing more than an ongoing obituary. Nobody wants to see that. Your profile, again, must be focused to your target audience, telling them what you do and how you serve them, whether or not you do it directly or through your own team. Number 2, keywords are critical. My LinkedIn profile is what it looks like in LinkedIn. So every time someone sees my LinkedIn profile, this is what they see. These are the words they see. Keyword rich, focused on my target audience. And because I built it that way, if you do a Google search, this is what shows up when someone looks for LinkedIn trainer. That's an example. It's not the only thing that gets displayed that people see when they find my LinkedIn profile. Keywords and phrases that resonate with your target audience, and use these keywords and phrases across all areas of your LinkedIn profile, all the various fields where relevant and appropriate, so that you show up not only in LinkedIn, but Google searches. If you're not using keywords that resonate with your target audience, relevant to your services, your products, etc., and how you can help them, you're missing an opportunity to be discovered by your target audience. Number 3, focus your profile on your target audience. I've talked about this already in many different ways. You should write your LinkedIn profile for that specific target audience, not for everyone. You need to become focused on who is your target audience. You need to know that clearly so that you're purposely writing a message to them. And this, by the way, when you get this targeted, this focused, you'll create more opportunities for business. Be clear about who your target audience is before you do anything else. Number 4, start using LinkedIn search and experiment with the search bar to get the greatest results. Understand what you can do in that search bar. It's a powerful researching tool for you to find not only individuals, but companies and contents and groups, etc., relevant to your business goals, relevant to your projects, relevant to your research, competitive analysis, etc. Experiment with that bar. Experiment with all the filters so that you understand what it can do to help you. It's a vital part of the tool. Don't ignore it. Number 5, refine your search to get the most relevant LinkedIn members to consider. Understand how to use all these filters. By the way, this is February 24th, 2023, and LinkedIn is telling me 887,000 people show up in my potentially for me to search for right now. There are 17 different search filters for LinkedIn members. You want to experiment with them and understand what you can do them, what works and what doesn't work. And the bottom line, what you're trying to do is you're trying to reduce the number of search results that you have in any given search, so you're focused on the most important people and not too many. If your list is too big, you'll never get through it and never get value from it. And by the way, when you drive your list down to the smallest viable number, you also protect yourself from getting hit with the commercial search limit, which unless you're paying for LinkedIn, you're going to get hit with it. You're going to get hit with it soon if you're using LinkedIn search. You don't need to accept every invite that you get. You need to focus on the ones that are relevant and versus trying to build a big number. Manage the invites you get. Either go to invitations and click on CR or click on manage invitations so you can message them and respond to their messages. And if they don't send you an invite message, then you need to respond to them or reply to them or message them and then ask them who they are and why they want to connect. And they need to respond in a reasonable and an appropriate way. Otherwise, there's no value in connecting with them. Again, I say you don't need to connect with every George, Maggie, or Billy that sends you an invite. You don't need to accept it. And there's nothing wrong with hitting the ignore button. As a matter of fact, it's important to do, and LinkedIn expects you to do it. Number 7, send invites to people who know you, not just people you want to connect with. The more purposeful you are at looking for people in specific industries, companies, and roles, the more likely you're going to connect with and get introduced to the right people. Never send a connect request from this search results window. Instead, go look at their profile, review it, find out something about them that's important for you to know or relevant to you or whatever, so you maybe refer to that in your invite. Typically, I do not send an invite to someone who does not know me. Rather, what I will do is ask someone that I do know that knows that person to introduce me to them, or I'll go look for their content, review their content, and then engage on it. It's called bump into them. Be purposeful, be relevant. Relevance is far more important than size. Number 8, grow your LinkedIn network every day. Discover, connect, immediately engage. Find ways to discover people you want to connect with. Again, maybe you do this through client meetings or emails, etc., etc. Maybe you do this through networking event and business conversations, or however you can discover the people who are relevant to you. One of the ideas I say is that if someone sends you an email and they copy someone else, go look and see who that someone else is. Maybe they're relevant. Maybe you should send them a LinkedIn invite. And don't be that person that stacks up LinkedIn connections and never engages. You want to engage immediately upon connecting and make that engagement all about them, not about you. Number 9, if you don't want to see it, don't touch it. There are only so many hours a day. You don't want to waste it with content. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying I don't like kittens, but kittens aren't relevant to me on LinkedIn. But yet, social media will show you, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., will show you more of the types of content that you engage on. So don't like, comment, or share on anything you don't want to see any more of it. Follow this edict. Never do, say, or engage in any way that you don't want to be seen, heard, or perceived of in life. By the way, walk away from content that's disruptive or discouraging or ugly. Just walk away from it. Do not respond back to them unless you do it privately. Number 10, remember to show up in relevant conversations and engage on your target audience's content. Conversations are critical. That's the real benefit of LinkedIn, is we get into conversations with people. Not only start your own conversations, but jump into other people's conversations. Find content. Go look for content that's relevant to you, relevant to your target audience and or your goals, and then add value to those conversations. And by the way, never hijack a conversation and make it all about you or your business or something irrelevant. No one wants this to happen. Bring value to the conversations or don't show up. This is how we build trust, respect, and even like with people. Another bonus. Considering using diverse types of content. You don't know what truly triggers or excites or inspires your target audience. So when you're getting ready to share something, don't share a poll over and over and over again. Don't share a link from your company page over and over again, or of something you find on some interesting website. Mix it up. Share images, documents, third-party content, original content, articles, newsletters, videos, polls, celebratory polls, events, LinkedIn Lives, and LinkedIn Audios. There's lots of different types of content you could be sharing and or creating and sharing. So look to do this, and the more diverse your content is, the more of your network you'll be able to engage with. Here's another idea. Share your leadership thoughts and ideas. People want to understand what you understand. They want to hear your thoughts and your ideas. So share it so that your team can see what you're talking about, your peers, your clients, your prospects, etc. So they understand that you are thinking a little differently. You're thinking a little bit more unique. You're thinking in context to them. Drop ideas and thoughts in so that all of these folks can see it in their newsfeed. And there's nothing wrong with being thoughtful, motivating, inspiring, or encouraging in this content. Mix it up with the other kind of content. People want to consume content that can help them or inspire them. It's called giving. And the more we give, the more we build trust, respect, and like, and the more our brand gets to be discovered by lots of people. All right, spring of 2023. If you are seeing this before April 10th of 2023, maybe you might want to consider being a part of my 5-day LinkedIn profile challenge, where I help you with the best practices, the philosophies, the tactics, the ideas, and guide you on building your professional LinkedIn profile. It'll be 5 days of engagement. In the morning, a 1-hour training session, in the afternoon, office hours. If you've not had help to build a professional LinkedIn profile, if your LinkedIn profile is not getting 4-digit LinkedIn profile views, if your LinkedIn profile is not showing up in 500 or more LinkedIn searches, if you're not having the right people look at your LinkedIn profile, this might be something that would be of interest to you. And if you're interested in this, send me a message and I'll give you a discount code. I have 2 more bonuses for you. Integrate the use of LinkedIn into your other business or career processes. Having a LinkedIn profile won't make your goals happen. Having a LinkedIn network won't move you forward. Sharing content now and then won't promote your personal professional brand. You have to use all of the LinkedIn features, all of what you have access to get the greatest value. You've got to use it on a sustainable frequency. The best way to do this is to incorporate LinkedIn into the same business processes where you're using email and phone today. Here's another one. Pay serious attention to how LinkedIn is changing. LinkedIn does not alert us to changes they make. They just make the changes and they watch how we react. Some changes stick, some don't. All of us need to pay attention to the changes and adjust our processes accordingly. I'm Teddy Burris, your LinkedIn coach and trainer. I love to help people master the use of LinkedIn. If I can help you in any way, either personally or help your team in any way, let's have a conversation.